Weekend Review.
Hey guys, welcome to Isaiah's Reviews Weekend Review, and I'm going to make this super quick because I worked off and it's in the morning and I want to go to bed. That's the only excuse, so I'm going to fly through this. If you see any topics that I hit, please feel free to Google those and research that on your own. I won't go into too much depth about each topic, but I'll hit a little bit on it to just bring it to light to you. Anyway, let's get started. I don't have any shout outs. Oh, I do have something. I've got two of these guys here. It's $50 off of, it's a $50 certificate to Dish Network. So if you're thinking about doing that, I'll leave the two codes in the description below to give you $50 off of Dish Network. They send me those all the time. So as I get them, I'll just pass on the savings to you. But the codes will be down there. And I guess whenever, if you're the first one to one or the other one, hey, you get it. But that's really all I got. Into the news. ISIS burns 8,000 rare books and manuscripts. That's insane. History is repeating itself. Why do I say that? I'll leave a link to a video. It's 45 minutes of your life. That's it. We've all wasted time, money, and whatever else on stupid stuff. But use 45 minutes of your life to watch this. After about 10 minutes of this video, really starts getting in depth good on the history of that you don't ever get taught or you're not ever told that happened. And I think it's very important. I did some research after. It's an old guy, old professor guy that's, I think he's got some books and stuff out, and he's kind of telling you about the golden age, which is really not the golden age. And it even hits on like the Crusades and stuff, and why that took place and what all happened with that. So it's very interesting. I highly suggest you watch it. And if you disagree with any of it, research it yourself. I mean, some of the main points that he hit on, I actually did a little research myself, and they were accurate, so I kind of trust some of the smaller things that I didn't really go back and look at it. It matters as much as the bigger things to me that I researched, and they were correct. But ISIS burns 8,000 rare books and manuscripts, some of them one-of-a-kind stuff. I mean, history's repeating itself, so watch that video. Spend enough time on that. CT scans finds mummified monk inside 1,000-year-old Buddha statue. That's insane. The mummy inside the statue, the only one of its kind ever found, is believed to be a Buddha master named, I'm not even going to try to pronounce his name, but it's Liuquan, whatever that is, of the Chinese meditation school, who died around 1100 AD. That's crazy. Next is Herb Brooks. The 1980 Olympic hockey gold medal ring sells for $113,000. That's Herb Brooks' 1980 Olympic hockey ring. $113K. That's pretty expensive. It says it's going to be passed down, I think, to his grandchildren. Billy the Kid's artistically updated hideout is for sale for a whopping $545,000. It's preserved in Old West town of Lincoln, New Mexico. That's nice if you're interested in that guy. Saudi men detained for dancing at a birthday party. Members of a morality police raided the private property. They found the young men in a compromising situation in their dance and shameful movements. The official said there was also a cake and candles to celebrate one of the men's birthdays. How dare him! Saudi, let's kill them all for dancing and celebrating a birthday. Jeez, it's insane. California drought exposes long hidden something or another. What is it? It's tires. Because when Lake Eris Dam was built in the early 1970s, according to this guy, old and worn out tires from the heavy construction equipment were left over, so they decided to put them down into the water when they made this man-made lake. They put these tires down there for bass. It's like a tire reef for bass. Well, 40 years these things have been down there, never to be seen. Drought's so bad over there, they're popping back up again. Some of the old men fishermen, they're saying, man, used to be some good bass we used to catch around those tires. Well, not anymore. John McCain, I'm ashamed of my country, I'm ashamed of my president, I'm ashamed of myself. He's saying that because of expressing his frustrations with how the U.S. and major European powers like France, Germany have failed to stop Russian President Vladimir Putin's advance on Ukraine. That's the first time he has ever been quoted saying that he's ashamed of his country. That's John McCain. At least he knows who not to run with as a vice president. Dozens die in Bangladesh ferry capsizes. It got hit by like this cargo ship or something. They're like, this river over there in Bangladesh is like not policed. There's total chaos. There's been like tons of accidents over like God knows how long, and no one's ever blamed for anything. It just keeps going. It's ridiculous. They pile people on these ferries anyway. They're definitely not up to code. I don't even think they have a code, but it killed like 40 people. I mean, they're like two levels. This thing, this big old cargo ship thing, plowed right into them, not even paying any attention. It completely sunk. There's people on the top. They were able to survive, but people down low, kids and everything, they all died. Obama is on this like rampage, right? Well, he's quoted to say that 2 years is also the time in which we're going to be, he's talking at this like fancy dinner, by the way. 2 years is also the time in which we're going to be setting the stage for the next presidential election and the next 10 years of American policy, he told these wealthy donors in San Francisco. He was referring to the 2 years he has left. So I intend to run through the tape and work really hard and squeeze every last little bit of change. They're saying he's kind of like on this rogue rampage. Like he's just super pissed off and just flying through to whenever he wants to. You know, the piss on it attitude. I've had it up to here. I'm doing whatever I want to. That's his mentality, and he's even getting to where he's saying it out loud now. I'm not telling you what side of the fence I'm on. I'm just passing information on to you. On a sad circumstance, there's a cast member of American Horror Story has died. It's Ben Wolf. He played Meep. He actually was jaywalking across the street. A car almost hit him. He's like 4'5" or whatever he is tall, but his head hit the side mirror, and it pretty much killed him. He was 34 years old. It's crazy. Now on to tech. There's a little Kickstarter going on for this YikeBike. It's this pretty cool looking electric bicycle. If this stuff wasn't expensive and I lived in the city, I might try it, but I can kind of pretty much get in my car and go anywhere I want to go and be within 30 feet. Now, that may be why some obesity runs rampant in the South, because we have the luxury of being able to jump in our car and go, you know, a few feet away from an entrance. But I do frequent big cities and stuff like that all the time on a regular basis, mostly. And yes, I see why you have to walk and why you're better regular health. You know, you're walking miles and miles a day to your job, walk to lunch, walk here, there, wherever. We don't have to. We drive everywhere we go. But anyway, back to this. It's the YikeBike. It's weird design, but the biggest advantage here is probably the probability you can fold up your YikeBike to stow under your seat or sling it over your shoulder with a strap. It also boasts a pretty sleek design and a battery that can travel up to 12 miles on a single charge. YikeBike comes in two different models. There's a Model V, which you can pre-order for almost $3,000. It's like $29.95. And receive it this April. It'll let you switch between a 2-wheel and a 3-wheel setup. And the other one is going to be like $5,000. So there you go. Moving right along to a 3D printed urban concept car assembled by Singapore students. It's the first one in Singapore to be assembled by those guys. It's 153 3D parts. Were made out of lightweight plastic and were created on a printer at the university. 3D printer manufacturer, whatever this guy, Stratasi, that's a manufacturer of the 3D printer anyway. I know I'm saying it completely wrong. I know I am. And the Singapore MIT Alliance for Research Technology. The vehicle has a honeycomb structure and is partially powered by solar cells designed to flow with the shape of the chassis. It's an urban concept car that can hit about 40 miles an hour, so that's a pretty cool thing for those guys. Concerns are still going out about these Samsung Smart TVs bugging the owners. I mean, this is a serious thing. Google kind of does the same thing when you say, where's my phone? Let me go over the, okay, Google. Okay, it didn't do it. So when you say that word, that's whenever Google starts to listen for the first time, and it goes to their resources into the cloud, where it turns your voice into speech, or excuse me, turns your speech into text, and then it starts looking for whatever commands you got by like a third-party service or its own technology. But that's the only time it starts listening. The problem with Samsung TVs, and LG got busted on it, is the fact that it's always listening, and it's being monitored by a third-party service, which also can sell their stuff or whatever, give their information to advertisers and stuff too. So I mean, this is insane that it's okay for them to snoop on us like that all the time. I mean, I said it before a few weeks ago or last week, whenever it was. I have a Connect with the Xbox One. I love the thing. I love being able to say, hey, turn on, turn off, fast forward, whatever. And I don't even got to move. I just lay there like, what's his face, Superman, you know, and go, turn, whatever, volume. I don't even have to move. I mean, that's convenient. I like it really, honestly, if I'm in the kitchen doing something, cooking myself something, and like the commercials are over. I got up, the commercials are over, my show's back on, and I can just yell out, Xbox mute, or excuse me, Xbox pause, mute, whatever. It'll do it. Huge benefit. Rambling on, but it's insane, those TVs. Something needs to be done with that. Apple awarded patent for hybrid VR headset. Now the VR headset, I'll explain this. It's been awarded a patent for virtual reality headset that can use an iPhone or iPod as the display. So it's just like the Google Cardboard setup. LG's got one. Samsung has one that's called Gear VR. The patent number is, if you care, but it's 8,957,835 was awarded by the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office to Apple for the head-mounted display apparatus for retaining portable electronic device with display. So that's kind of all we know. Because I wrote it. No, that's kind of all we know is that that's the patent for, is a device to slide right in for your VR. So it's be pretty neat, because I know they got a good screen on them, and then the new iPhone's pretty huge, so it'll be pretty cool. There's a hack out there that will allow you to use an Android smartwatch with your iPhone. So just Google that. You can find that. I'm not going to leave a link to it, but there's a hack out there that will allow an Android Wear watch to get notifications from your iPhone. So that's pretty cool. Frozen U.S. is seen from space. NASA's Terra research satellite took a snapshot on February 19th showing that much of the U.S. has been draped in Arctic and Siberian air masses. And yeah, as you can see, it's something else, because I know, what is today? Tuesday? Tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow, into tomorrow night, Thursday, something like that. We're supposed to get hit with some more snow, some more bad weather stuff coming. We've had ice, some pretty serious ice conditions. It's just way of the South, man. Like 1 minute we're 50 degrees, the next we're like 26 degrees on the fly. Any kind of rain, the air has no time to, dry it off the roads. It just like freezes in, so you got like sheets of ice. It was real chaotic the other night. Moving right on to movies and out of the tech world, the top movies, of course, number one is 50 Shades of Grey, but it's slipping big time. 50 Shades is plummeting now. It's plummeted last week. It still did fair, but not the amount of money it did on opening weekend. And I think what we're seeing is the people that read the books, they're going, what? And it's word spreading, because people have told me, I have no plans to see it. It's gotten bad reviews. Yeah, it's gotten terrible reviews. It's one of these things I said last week, or a week before that, is meant to be a book, in my opinion. It's meant for you to use your imagination with, not to see some kind of corny R-rated light porn, Cinemax porn going on. It's just not even that, probably. And in a crappy storyline to boot. They should have just left that movie's imagination in a form of a book. Anyway, 22 million, a little over 22 million for 50 Shades of Grey over the weekend, which puts them at a total gross of almost 130 million. Number two is Kingsman: The Secret Service, which I really want to see. I haven't been able to see it yet. The weekend gross for it's 18,346,000, and they've totaled almost 68 million. SpongeBob movie, Sponge Out of Water, is doing fantastic still this past weekend. 16.5 million. They're saying that it's because there's no other children films out available. You got all this mature stuff, the Kingsman, 50 Shades of Grey, Hot Tub Time Machine 2, Jupiter Ascending, all that crap. This is the only children's film, so that was genius on their part to slip that into the 50 Shades of Grey release weekend around that time. That was good planning on their part. Number 4, McFarlane USA, which had a very small budget, but it did gross $11 million over the weekend. The Duff, 10 million, 10.8 million over the weekend. American Sniper is number 6 now, at 10 million over the weekend and 320 million bucks. And I was wanting to work my way down to the newest one. One of the newer ones that come out is number 7, the Hot Tub Time Machine 2. It only did 5.9 million over the weekend, and this is its first weekend out. And I wanted to get down to Jupiter Ascending because it's so sad. 3.8 million over the weekend, a little under 40 million total, and it's been out like 3 weeks. It's not good for the budget that it had and what it looked promising. Okay, it looked very promising, and it's turning out not to be. Alright, The Walking Dead this past Sunday, I want to hit on that. It was awesome, as always, but, you know, it was kind of like, what's going to happen, you know, here or there. If you know anything about the comic book, you kind of expected what was happening, sort of, and you may even have a head up on some other people, but I'm still interested to find out on next Sundays what's going to happen. I'm not going to spoil anything for if you haven't watched this, but it was a good thing. You need to watch it before next Sundays to get ready for that. It would be pretty cool if you hadn't seen it, so that you can kind of watch it back to back. You can get a good benefit without having to wait. Batman vs. Superman, still shot, gives us a first look at Jason Momoa as Aquaman. I think he looks pretty cool. I like the little tattoo setup there, and it definitely looks the part to me. I'm excited about that. The mystery around, you know, who's going to be Indiana Jones and the Indiana Jones reboot. Chris Pratt, I think, from the interview that I saw on the red carpet, he really wants to do the role. He just hasn't been presented the opportunity. He's a little worried about him being perfect for the part. I think he means he's probably worried that the script is not going to be good enough, or it needs to be good for him to take it on, but I heard no kind of hesitation in the fact that he would want to do it if it was the right thing for him to do. Nicolas Cage will star in Oliver Stone's Edward Snowden's biopic. Now, Edward Snowden had that Citizen something, whatever it is, documentary on it that I think won an award, so I kind of want to see that. But Nicolas Cage is going to be in the Oliver Stone movie about Snowden. Pee Wee Herman's next film, Pee Wee's Big Holiday, officially begins filming in March, so look forward to that coming out at some point, probably at the end of the year or beginning of next year. Of course, Birdman wins Best Picture at the Oscars, and you know, I can see that happening because it was a very good movie. It was well thought out. A lot of thought went into pre-production. And a lot of post-production, I'm sure, too, with hiding some of the shots and stuff. But a lot of planning, a lot of crew work going on there, along with the actors and everything. Everything just flowed together to make this one beautiful piece of work. So I totally see how that won that, and I don't think anybody's going to argue with that. So I have 3 movies this week. I don't really have any not to watch, but I do have 3 movies this time I recommend watching, and I think all 3 can be found on Netflix, if not maybe Amazon Demand. Amazon Prime members don't see what it is on demand, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, the 3 movies. The first one's Horns. That's a good movie. It's got Daniel Radcliffe in it. I'll give you a little summary of what that movie's about. In the aftermath of his girlfriend's mysterious death, a young man awakens to find his strange horns sprouting from his temples. That was a very good movie. Believe it or not, I was a little late on seeing it. It's a 2013 movie. But it was good. It surprised me. It wasn't bad. I mean, it had its parts, but overall, I was satisfied with it. Another movie, I've seen this a long time ago, but I just saw it in passing through, and I was like, if I don't say to watch it now, I'll forget. You need to watch Filth. Filth is a very dirty movie, but man, I love the movie. It was awesome. I mean, I can stomach that type of film and watch it and get the artistic part of it, the story out of that. Some people can watch it and only see filth and be turned off and disgusted by it, but I actually enjoyed it. It's a corrupt cop manipulates and hallucinates his way through a bid to secure a promotion and win back his wife and daughter. Very, very good film. Awesome film. The next one is Frank. Frank surprised me a little bit. I mean, it was, you know, I'm like, what is this movie about? I've seen it forever. I knew about it. I finally want to watch it, so I watched it over the past week. It was great. It's about a young wannabe musician discovers he's bitten off more than he can chew when he joins an electric pop band led by the mysterious and enigmatic there we go, Frank. It's just a very good movie. The guy wears this huge paper head on him the whole time. You never know who he is, and it's just a good film. Really good film. Anyway, that's all I have for this week's weekend reviews. It was kind of short, sweet, to the point. I'm not doing much editing with it, so you'll catch me stuttering and stammering around, I'm sure. But I'm going to bed, and I hope to see you again for some unboxings. I got some cool stuff coming. I got an alpaca box coming. If you don't know what that is, Google that thing. It's a survival box. It's bi-monthly. And I've got, I think, a loot crate coming. It should be. I got the email for the tracking, but I haven't even checked it, so that should be coming this week. Of course, I got a Throwback Thursday on Thursday. I'll probably stick that on like Wednesday night, early Thursday morning, like after midnight or so, because I'll be gone Thursday, or I can do that before I leave. But regardless, that'll be the next times you see me, and then I'll have a break over the weekend, come back. I'd like to do a product review, possibly. No, I won't. You'll see me for a weekend review next time. Also in the works, I will be working on, hopefully this week, getting my website started and going. It'll be IsaiahReviews.com is what I'm thinking. And I'm excited about that, because that hopefully will lead to possibly doing some kind of trademark thing, an LLC, because, you know, you limited liability, you want to protect yourself in something like an adventure like this, because, you know, I'm going hardcore this year with this, so it's going to get better. Hopefully the content will get better. I'll get better as a content producer, and we'll all have fun together, hopefully. Anyway, this has been Isaiah's Reviews, and I look forward to seeing you Thursday, possibly before, with some unboxings. See ya. This has been another Isaiah's Reviews. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, like, subscribe, and share this to all your social sites. That helps get me to places I can't get to on my own, and I really do appreciate that, and I can't wait to see you again here on Isaiah's Reviews.